Hello everyone, if you are watching today's episode, it is all about Scrappy editing. Living my best life. Scrappy editing has become a term that I use all the time. I am not a pro. Well, I guess I am, but I'm not a pro in that I'm a perfectionist. I know what I'm doing, but a lot of the times I end up not taking the most practical routes to get done what I need to get done because I don't always have the tools at my disposal. Fun fact about me, I don't know anything about Photoshop. I barely can use the beginning features of Adobe Illustrator, and I'm not a pro in After Effects. But as you'll see in a little bit, I was able to make some super cool motion graphics for a video I produced for my job a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to walk you through that process, and I do this all the time, so you can expect a lot more of these. Scrappy editing is what I'm calling it. And I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys kind of see what I mean when I say scrappy.
So for this video, I wanted to create a lookalike Facebook page for a motion graphic. So as you see in the video, basically I didn't get a ton of content filming, and so I needed the graphics to really help tell the story. So I thought, what better way to show community impact than a Facebook page? So what you'll see in the beginning is I quite literally took a live screenshot of our Facebook page, resized it, and then needed to make a notification section so that way when the teacher appreciation video pops up, it goes to Blair Community Schools. So this is a time lapse of me creating all the elements you would need to create for a social media feed look. So this is literally a screenshot from my actual Facebook notifications. The whole time I am doing this, I am just taking screenshots, placing them over the original content to make it look like it's not even there, and then updating logos. So for this particular video, I wanted Reach and Blair Community Schools to be involved. So I'm only using our two logos just to keep it clean. And then I need to cover up all the text, group everything. And to find the font for social media, you can actually just Google it. So I Googled a font. I basically just Googled Facebook's brand guide, really. And then I update the notifications. These really were pretty irrelevant to the actual video, but I wanted to commit to the whole thing. And so I just made up notifications that I knew could pop up on any feed. And so you saw me checking what I even had for my Facebook notifications just to make things consistent. So once I get all the graphics resized, I start transferring everything to PNG, and then it's just a matter of reconstruction. So that just means I create multiple layers. I transform the image I already have to fit over the original graphic. You'll notice I take out the blue notification dot. It's just one more thing that I didn't feel like I needed. So then again, I just come back in here and resize. So honestly, Scrappy editing is really more or less guess and check. So you see what looks good, and then you go back and resize, rearrange, update. So then this is where I need the motion. So I go to a realistic example on my Facebook page. What happens when you hover over a notification? And it goes gray. So I put a gray overlay over it to make it look like it's transparent. And then I make the text and image pop out just like it would on your Facebook feed. And then this was the trickiest part. So I needed the mouse icon to make it look like it moved, but I actually didn't know how to do that. So I go back and I watch my screen recording of me clicking on this notification, and then it's a matter of guessing and checking on where I need that mouse element to end up in my still. So it's kind of on the top right. It's about 10 pixels down from the beginning, or from the top. And so I just need to drag that on top of the already, so it's just another layer. So again, think, horizontal layers. So you'll see that you can actually see my mouse icon on the right, and then once I put this gray overlay on it, you see that the still mouse icon just barely is in the exact same spot. But you'll watch in the actual video, the transition is so smooth. Well, not so smooth. Transition is so quick, you really don't even notice that that's part of the feature. And then you'll also notice in the actual edit, I am going to do some sound engineering to make it sound like a click. In the actual video, I use some sound engineering to make a click noise, basically right there. and that just gives it another effect and takes away from the perfectionist of it, because it's just another sense that's distracting you from it not being in exactly the right place. So this is just me and my timeline, you know, lining things up, getting my layers correct, making things show up when I want them to. I made a compound clip just to smooth things out a little bit better. But yeah, this is basically how it goes. And I'll show you the final product right now.
That's Scrappy editing. You probably wouldn't see Peter McKinnon editing motion graphics that way, but it's a way that worked for me, and it was a way that I was able to communicate just how much of an impact that project had on our community. So I was really happy with how it turned out and got a ton of compliments on it. And if you have any tips or tricks for your Scrappy editing, let me know, and I'd love to dive into it with you. We'll see you next time.